So, he proposed, you said yes. Now what? Planning a wedding involves a lot of details. And this series of videos, I'm hoping to help you walk through all of the details that you need to think about when you're planning your Omaha wedding or a wedding in Lincoln, Council Bluffs. It all comes down to the same details when it's all said and done. But before I get into the details, let me give you just one piece of advice, and that's take a step back, take a deep breath. Unless you're getting married next month, a day or two isn't going to make a huge difference in your planning. But what you want to do is decide what's the most important things to me. I can give you a list of 25 things that every bride probably needs to consider, but I can't tell you what's important to you. Whether it's your family that will be there, whether it's your friends, whether it's something very personal in your vows, whether it's a special tradition at the reception, only you can answer those questions. And once you've decided what's most important to you, it will make planning the rest of your wedding easier and help ensure that the day you plan really meets your dreams and your hopes for your wedding day. So I've jotted down a list of things that most brides consider when they're planning their wedding. And there are wedding planners, wedding websites, checklists galore. Just remain focused on what it is you really want. So most brides immediately do a couple of things when they get engaged. First, they start thinking wedding location, reception location, photographer. Those tend to be the big three that people hire first. And of course, we all start growing our hair longer so we can have that romantic hairstyle with the curls and the netting and the little flowers. But I digress. There's a lot of other details to think about, and I've jotted down a few that I've found my brides sometimes let fall through the cracks, sometimes don't think about until later. So I'm hoping to just help jog your memory as you're deciding what you need to plan. Now, I'm a little biased, but I think you really need to then think about your videographer, because all the other plans that you make, your vows, your reception, your first dance, the toast your dad gives you, all of those things are going to be captured on video for posterity. Photographs are great, but would you rather see a picture of your dad giving that toast, or would you rather hear the toast that your dad gives at your wedding? Now that we've gotten those big decisions out of the way, let's talk about some of the other things that you can choose to include in your wedding day. We'll talk about each of these topics in much greater depth in other videos in this series. Think about it chronologically. Are you going to have a rehearsal dinner? Where's it going to be? Where are you going to get prepared for the day? Are you going to go to a salon? Are you going to go to a hotel? Can you get prepared at your ceremony location? How are you going to get from the ceremony to the reception? Transportation is really important. And what are you going to do between the ceremony and the reception? You have some time there, allocate it the way that's going to most enhance your wedding day. At the reception, we're going to need a caterer and a cake. We're going to need music, whether it's a band or a DJ. We're going to need some entertainment. Are you going to show a video? Are we going to have toasts? What are you going to use for your first dance song? How are you going to depart the reception? And let's not forget the dress. That's really important. Get out your magazines now and start looking. You know you already have. But you also need shoes and accessories, jewelry, a garter. You're going to need flowers and people to be in your wedding party, and guests, of course, because what fun would this be if we did it all by ourselves? So check out my other videos in my series. We've organized them by category and then by specific topics within each category. So you should be able to find an answer to specifically what questions you have today. And of course, feel free to get in touch with us at www.omahaweddingvideo.com or give us a call. We've been to a lot of weddings, and we're one of the few professionals that sees everything from the salon first thing in the morning till you leave the reception at night. So we know a lot of vendors and a lot of what works and what doesn't. We're always here to give you a hand with your planning.